just, in a way, you have an uncontested arena for your opinions because nobody actually directly talks back to you. And when you express your opinions over and over again and nobody challenges them, not certainly in the way that you're doing it, you can start to think that you're right. And you know, I'm teaching at the University of Toronto now, so every so often when I find myself teaching a film or teaching a book, and I remember that I've done a review, I go back and I look at some of the film reviews I did and some of the book reviews and some of the music reviews, and I have to tell you that they're actually not that good. And I really am speaking for myself here. I'm not speaking for any other critics, but I remember at the time thinking that I was smart and perceptive, and I also know that in television, extremism plays a lot better than moderation. For example, people on television are encouraged to be extremely for something or extremely against something. Intelligent, nuanced stuff doesn't play very well on TV. So, to be honest with you, my experience as a critic is not an entirely satisfactory one, which is why I left it. Now, it may have been that I wasn't very distinguished at it. But I also know that there is something about criticism. Recently, I picked up a book of J. Scott. And J. Scott was one of the preeminent film critics in this country, probably one of the best ever. And they, shortly after his death, they reissued a book of his film reviews. And I remember reading these film reviews when I came out, and they were dazzling. But when I read them again recently, they're not quite as exciting. They're not quite as good as you think. So there's something about the nature of criticism that is contingent and dispensable. And I think you have to remember that when you're a critic, or you can get lost in your own self-importance.